I was praying Fajr Salah behind the Imam in the Haram, and then the Imam went for Sujud of Tilawah, and I did Ruku instead. But later I realized my mistake, and then I did Sajda to Tilawah, and I continued the Salah behind the Imam, and by the end, before Salam, I did Sujud Sahw. Is this correct? Alright. If the Imam, while reciting, he said Allahu Akbar, so those who could not see him because they are in the later rows, they assume that the Imam is making ruku', because the takbir for ruku' and sujood is alike. So they made ruku' while the Imam is in sujood. Obviously the person have to observe those who are around him, because the front rows and those on both sides are already in sujood. But let's assume that he never paid attention. He did not realize that the Imam is making sujood. Instead, he made ruku'. And then the Imam said, Allahu Akbar. So obviously, rising up from ruku', you say, Sami Allahu liman hamida. Then he realized that it wasn't ruku', rather it was Sajdatul Tilawah, and then the Imam continued reciting. In this case, what does he have to do? Our questioner here said that he made Sujud Tilawah after the prayer, then he made Sujud Sahw. You don't have to do either one of that. Why not? Number one, because what you did was not deliberate. Number two, it was Sajda to Tilawah and it's Sunnah. It's not mandatory. So if you skip it with the Imam undeliberately, then you're not required to make it up. And if you're praying in Jama'ah, you don't also have to offer Sujud Sahw. It is the Imam who offers whenever he forgets. So this is something to keep in mind. I'd like also to elaborate furthermore, what about if the case is the opposite? Like when the Imam is reciting an ayah which the Musalli or the Ma'mum assumed that it is ayah to sajda. Okay? Or even if it is ayah sajda and the Imam did not make sujood, because this is sunnah, so the Imam may not make sujood of tilawah. The prostration upon reciting an ayah, one of the 15 ayahs in the Quran, which whenever you recite it, it is a sunnah, it is recommended to prostrate yourself, whether outside the salah or within the prayer or during khutbatul Jummah. But the Imam did not do it. So the followers went for sujood tilawah. They prostrated themselves. And then all of a sudden they heard the Imam saying, Sami Allahu liman hamida, which means the Imam made ruku' and bowing down in each rak'ah is a pillar, and they missed that. What does the Ma'mum have to do? You stand up and you make ruku', you say Allahu Akbar, then you make ruku' and you say Sami Allahu liman hamida, all of that on your own, then you catch up with the Imam whenever he is in sujood. That is because ruku' or bowing down in the prayer is a pillar of each rak'ah and a pillar of the prayer. So you cannot skip it. You cannot say, I didn't realize that the Imam was a ruku', so I missed it, so I just move on. No, you have to make it up, then move on with the Imam. You catch up with the Imam. What about Sujud Tilawah by the end? Sujud Sahw, there is no Sujud Sahw upon you because you are a Ma'mum. Barak.